Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 3 minutes away from 10 o'clock on Sunday night, the 7th of April. I thought I was going to go out for a few pints tonight. None last night. But the person I was trying to track down didn't track him down. He's home from America. But I might get a couple in tomorrow evening, because I'll be gone again. Although that friend of mine that passed away, his funeral is tomorrow from 5 until 8, and it's on 2 days actually, so I'd say it'll be a large one. But I'll have to go tomorrow, so I might go down early to try and get. It's a shuttle bus service as well, so there'll be a big crowd. When I am mentioned sadness, I seen today Paddy Doonican, the manager of Kilbeggan Racecourse, passed away tragically. Must be yesterday. I met him a few times. Good guy, good outgoing person. So tributes go to his family. May he rest in peace. That's very sad. I think he's 61. Too young to go. Shout out to Sean Griffin and Just Me Now. I think it was Just Me Now that corrected me. That was George Papard, not Steve McQueen in the A team. I do often make those mistakes. When I had to say it a couple of minutes, I realised that it wasn't. But anyway, that's where my mind goes at times. I could say Derry and Shady Kerry when I mean the other one. You're welcome. If I missed anyone, I'll try and get them tomorrow. I got enough video last night. A couple of winners in a couple of seconds, and probably unlucky. Unlucky we had 4 winners in with a bit of luck. The first one off was Mischief Magic, drawn in on the inside. He wanted to rein it back all right for a late run, but he got boxed in coming around the turn. Good turn of foot. Best horse was second though. The other one had Flew. I was saying it was between the two of them. I think the exact or straight forecast paid around 10 to 1. I see a few had it. And then we had Sierra Leone. That's a right little horse. The time it was second, it got to the lead 2 front. He timed it well last night. It's gone 5 to 2 favourite now for the Kentucky Derby on the first Saturday in May. Probably depends on the draw, but it will be coming late. Well bred and cost a pretty penny as a yearling. So we'll keep an eye on that. We have another one there that we got in another a couple of weeks ago. We had one. It's fourth favourite at 8 to 1 now. The name escapes me. I better not go guessing, or someone will be correcting me. But I don't mind being corrected. That's what we're all here for. And today, then, we had a day in Devon. I actually was watching that in a bookie shop, and I had the phone beside me as well. And when they came out of the stalls on the television in the bookie shop, they were still in the stalls for at least 4 more seconds on the phone. So I was watching it, and then I seen him going out to 3 to 1 in running, and I was thinking, sure, we're not in trouble yet. And he won handy enough, so I couldn't get. It's something to be interesting to see. Does it happen all the time, or was that just that particular race today? Because the man could have made a few pound there handy betting and running. The going was suitable for us, so we'll keep an eye on that if the going remains the same. I did put in Nettie well, but we had one of that 3 times. So when a horse like that doesn't win for us, I don't mind sort of, because we have the money won already. But I'd call it a loyalty bet. And then we're in desperate hard luck at traded money on Perfect Poise. Got done by a horse that hadn't ran on the turf before. Chris Wells, first winner. But all in all, not too bad. If we had one of them days every day, we'd be chugging along nicely in the middle lane. It's not great fare tomorrow. A lot of shorties But I came down on 2 at Wincanton, and then we won over the Goo. I seldom go at a race like this, at a class 5 with 5 declared, 2 miles 4 heavy ground. But I think it's between 2 horses. And you can see in the forecast betting, to the race I was going to leave alone until I seen the betting, Committee of One is down as the 6-4 shot, and Firefly Lane is the 13-8. And I think it's between them two. But the fact that they are 9-4 and 5-2 with 365, the numbers bookie, that'd mean that'd be nearly an 8-1 forecast. So Committee of One, I think, it'd be the win bet and the reverse forecast between the two. On the strength of it's a run off 75 and it's carrying a £7 penalty for winning, but it has won over hurls on heavy ground, 94. And that was first time in a handicap hurling. It won at 66-1 in 2021, so it'll go on the ground. But the last day it needed every yard of the trip at 3.5, and this is an extra furlong in fast last to get up and win. You wouldn't think jumping the last, as you'll see yourselves, that it'd be in third place. It's the in the red and green. Shows a good turn of foot in heavy ground.
Leaders' quarters.
That's it in second now on the outside.
Baby has crept closer as well, now in third place. And there's a couple of lengths to Dancing Danny, who's lost ground as they make the run into the straight. Fashions Model is well adrift as they head towards the fourth last fence, still with the advantage, and a good leap there from Santa Clarita, and pulled up before jumping that one was Fashions Model. In second place is Committee of One as they head towards the open ditch, now being pushed along. Back in third place, Scirocco's Magic Baby. Dancing Danny's dropped back into fourth, and the leader stood off that one, jumped it very big, Santa Clarita, and that has given the chasing pair a chance. In the second and third, it's Scirocco's Magic Baby, Committee of One, then 4 lengths to Dancing Danny as they race now towards 2 from home. Santa Clarita at the second last, a little more economical that time, but putting in a run on the far side is Scirocco's Magic Baby, being driven up to try and mount a challenge, and then Committee of One and Dancing Danny next. They head towards the last, finding a bit extra on the flat towards the final fence. It's Santa Clarita put in a good leap at the last, but Scirocco's Magic Baby is staying on well, as is Committee of One on the near side. It's Santa Clarita only narrowly in front as they go towards the line. Committee of One emerging as a real threat close home and stays on strongest near the line to get up but close to the finish.
Stayed on strong, so the extra furlong should be a plus. Firefly Lane actually was out of the weights. When it ran the last day, and it was second, and we had an interest in this race the last day. We had Colini Moore, and there was money for it, and Colini Moore came out and won today, but it just didn't. And that was the reason I took a punt on that the last day, was because it was his first run over fences, and today it showed a different attitude, but that Firefly Lane was £10 out of the handicap, and it ran on well enough behind Annie Wicks. And it's a lightly raced horse. Now, in Committee of One's race the last day, actually, that Fashions Model went off the 6-4 favourite. It just shows you how bad a race it was. Because it hadn't shown much form, so there must have been a gamble on it. I forgot to check. It had been second to Supervisor, but that could come back and bite me in the ass tomorrow now. And when I said that only the other two could win, that, I don't know, it's just an opinion I formed. And in the 408 it runs, there's only 2 meetings on tomorrow, and that they have a 408. When they live at 410, there's only 2 meetings on during the day. It's a nice little class 3 handicap hurdle here. Toss of a Coin has won its last two for Paul Nichols. Monvial has ran, what was that, for Harry Durham. That changed years, didn't it? Yeah, from Philip Hobbs to Harry Durham to Santos Blue. But the choice in the race is Home Free for the Skeltons. It may have got in light enough. This is first handicap run, and it's owned by Mrs. John Magnier, and they don't own too many donkeys. And it'll go on the ground. The distance shouldn't be a problem because it was second in Lingfield on heavy ground, 2 miles 3, and it went out in front here the last. It's a big, strong horse. I think it'll go out in front maybe tomorrow. It made all here for the Skeltons.
Straight. Still over half a mile to go. 2 left to jump. Home Free, who was just denied here 12 days ago, out in front, looking to get off the mark over hurdles. He's got a 4 or 5 length advantage over a chased along Kilbarry Hill in second. Dance to Fame looks booked for third place as they turn into the straight with 2 left to jump. So Home Free set a decent gallop so far. Still got a 5 length advantage as he heads down towards the second last. Harry just keeping his mind on the job here. Home Free as he races towards 2 out. Home Free jumps it well. He's well clear now of Kilbarry Hill in second. And Dance to Fame is only about 3 lengths behind Kilbarry Hill on the run down towards the final hurdle. The leader's going further ahead, if anything. It's Home Free. He just has to negotiate this final obstacle to collect the prize. And he's jumped it really well. So Home Free is just that on the run for home. He's clear by about 12 or 15 lengths now and in no danger. So Home Free will get off the mark in the colours of Mrs. Magnier for Dan and Harry Skelton.
That's the sort of horse that could win a few if it won the way it won the last day. Its second favourite there at 7-2. That's the pig. And then one on the go. It's a bus horse. Tamaris won for us the last day. So it's up £4. Now, there's a slight doubt about it. I'd prefer if this was 2 mile. Because it took all this time to get out and get with it. It had won for Joe Tizard previously over 2 mile at Kempton, and this is a 1 mile 6 race. So I'm hoping he has the speed.
Rook still leading.
That's it in fourth
from
place
second
there.
place, Double the Trouble. With also Bailey's Warrior under pressure. Tamaris tries to get closer. Tarbert Ness is improving in the light blue and yellow. Then comes Smoky Malone down the straight. Kingston Sunflower joined by Double the Trouble. Out wide of Tamaris. Then in behind Tarbert Ness towards the far side. Bailey's Warrior. But now Tamaris starts to stay on strongly for Aidan Keeley and quickly puts the race to bed for James Owen and Aidan Keeley. Tamaris runs out a comfortable winner from Double the Trouble. Kingston Sun.
He won easy there over the 2 mile trip, but he was just a bit tap for toe at the 1 mile 6 marker. So if it's the 2 mile race tomorrow, it should be a shovel on the coal job, because that Lawman's Bliss for Ian Furtado, that won well enough the last day, and that was over the distance, course on distance, and it showed a lot more race middle move that I like in a race. So that's gone up £4 as well for its win. It has won twice there, 55 and 59 over course and distance. It had a good middle move the last day. So we'll have to stick it in as a loyalty bet. I would have preferred if it had been over the 2 miles, or the 2 miles. It shouldn't be as short as it is in my eyes, because 2 miles, yes, but not that distance. Anyway, I'll get this into the oven, and we'll see what Tuesday is in store for us. I'll have a quick look now for a half an hour, and I might pick out an old song for tomorrow night. So in the meantime, bash the bookies, over and out.